Hey guys, Jay here. Yeah, JayJaySavage. And oh boy, do I got a theory for you. Alright, JJ, calm the fuck down. Doctor Who here. And this is JayJaySavage, the miniseries. Why? I don't know, because we have stuff to digest here. Stuff to go over. Continuing the Sony Pony Splatoon shit saga, even though the volume series ended. There's two things I must cover because, you know, they're worth covering that I overlooked. And, yeah, so here we are. JayJaySavage, the miniseries. So we're going to go over right now and react to JayJaySavage. FOAMSTARS II refoamed. What is he stealing? You know, he's stealing fucking Smarmy Tank from Realm Royale's content here. I mean, aren't you stealing fucking his content now? Doing reaction? Shut up, Russian. Well, he stole first, so me stealing from him is justified, you know, because Smarmy Tank had Realm Royale reforged. Yeah. Now JJ's doing refoamed. He's fucking Smarmy Tank over here. The only difference between JayJaySavage and Smarmy Tank is Smarmy Tank was a fucking partner with the fucking game. JayJaySavage, the only thing that he's partner with is like fucking butt fucking the fucking employees of Square Enix. Anyway, let's get to the video, shall we? Enough waffling.
Hey guys, this is Jay here. I'm sorry this video took longer than expected. I originally was going to title this video FOAMSTARS Farewell, and was going to be completely unfiltered. But I decided to scrap that and make this instead.
You should have made the other video, would have made more sense.
So I scrapped the video idea, and I've recently been employed. So I've been working my ass off lately. Congrats to me.
Oh, you got employed? Well, I'm not gonna roast him for finally getting employed. He was unemployed for like a long time, like a fucking loser. Like living off fucking unemployment checks, sitting on his ass, doing nothing, wasting his fucking life away playing fucking FOAMSTARS, trying to be a fucking FOAMSTARS pro. And in reality, there's no such thing as a fucking FOAMSTARS pro because it's a dead fucking game that never fucking was anything, never will be anything. And having fucking 11 views on a video and only fucking 18 subscribers does not classify you as a fucking pro. A pro is like fucking 100,000 fucking 10,000 fucking plus fucking subscribers with hundreds of people watching a stream at a fucking time, not fucking under 10. But you know what? At least you finally got your act together, JJ, and you got a job. So I congratulate you for that. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. 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 You work at Burger King.
That's me. And I've decided to make this video more so as a what if. And if you're interested in letting me talk instead of instantly going down to the comments typing dead game, then get the fuck off my channel and go somewhere else.
It is a dead game. And I can say whatever the fuck I want. And it is your channel. And that's fine. But you see, what I'm doing right now, this is my channel. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. Dead game, dead game. I'm JayJaySavage. I work at Burger King. Home of the Whopper. Hi, I'm JJ. Can I take your order? Oh, what would you like? The Soa skin? I mean a Whopper Junior. Sorry, I got a little carried away. No, Phil. I won't make the mistake again. Please don't suspend me. Oh, I need this job. I gotta buy more FOAMSTAR skins, please.
I'm not in the mood for bullshit today. Plus, it outlived 3 certain games that I'm sure we all know I'm referring to. And if you're still here...
Yeah, it outlived those 3 games. What are those games? Concord. Let's talk about Concord. It was made by a non-big independent studio funded by PlayStation. Of course, they're not going to keep the game running. They can't afford to. They're a fucking small indie company. Let's take a look at the other game, X Defiant. Yeah, X Defiant died. Do you know why? It's made by frickin' Ubisoft. Let me tell you something. The difference between X Defiant and FOAMSTARS is, yeah, sure, FOAMSTARS survived X Defiant. Sure. It's owned by Square Enix, a multi-billion-dollar Japanese fucking company. One of the most richest companies in Japan. They can afford to keep a fucking server up of a game that nobody cares about. They could bleed all the money they want because they can afford to. They have huge pockets. Ubisoft is a fucking rinky-dink fucking American video game company that's like under EA and like Activision, and you know they're like close to dead last when it comes to the the third party studios. Like they're like dead last. But the difference, JJ, now let me explain this to you because you're too fucking gullible, you're too fucking stupid, and you smell your own farts, and you'd fucking suck your own dick if you fucking could. Let me explain this to you. X Defiant had millions of players when it launched. FOAMSTARS when it launched had the most players when it launched too. FOAMSTARS couldn't even get 500,000 people. Let I remind you, let me say that again because you're too stupid, JJ. It couldn't even get 500,000 people. X Defiant had over 15 million players the first week. That's numbers. Whether FOAMSTARS is still up or not, FOAMSTARS could never reach those heights because it's a flop. Sure, X Defiant's a flop too, but it was a more expensive flop. FOAMSTARS is like some cheap knockoff Splatoon game that they put $20 into, and it's like some Temu version of fucking Splatoon. X Defiant is Call of Duty fucking money put into it to compete with Call of Duty. That's the difference. You don't understand numbers or statistics. You don't understand funding. Well, you don't even understand anything. You're too fucking stupid. You're high on your own fucking farts, man. Like you don't understand. X Defiant was a big fucking money game. It's a big product. It's a big development. And it had millions of people playing it at launch, and people lost interest because they'd rather play Call of Duty. FOAMSTARS didn't have that much money put into it. FOAMSTARS didn't have that much production. Like it's a big difference, and they definitely didn't have that player base. So yeah, X Defiant shut down, of course, because Ubisoft isn't going to bleed the money. They don't have as much money as Square Enix. But you're too fucking stupid to understand that because you're too busy farting in a fucking jar and smelling it.
And are interested in what I have to say, then let's get started, shall we? If FOAMSTARS 2 were to happen, we would more likely get Orange Dr.
FOAMSTARS 2 would never happen because the first game was a flop. And if you really think it's going to happen, like I said, you fart in a jar and you smell it.
And the 4 characters we saw concept art of in the most recent live stream.
If FOAMSTARS 2 were to happen, we should have the new characters, the concept art. My name's JayJaySavage.
We made characters made by Pinky, myself, Sashi, and many others from the art community. And yes, I'm adding myself in there because I'm currently learning how to draw, and I have 7 character concepts I'd like to make.
Aw, do you finger paint too, you fucking loser?
2 of which have either been fully realized or close to being fully finished. This would help the game stay fresh and add new ways to play. Now, personally, I don't really give a fuck. I mean, but apparently a good chunk of people do. even though they're just album covers that you pretty much never see unless you go out of your way to search for it. And I like how people are reacting like this, but aren't keeping that same energy with Black Ops 6's Necroclaus's loading screen and a few calling cards.
Yeah, my name's JayJaySavage. I'm JJ. I work at Burger King. Home of the Whopper.
I throw that out there. People would rather be mad at some cover albums that you pretty much not only never see, but AI art that hasn't been done for 6 seasons straight in a free-to-play game than some actual cosmetics being made by AI in a $60 video game, and in some cases $100. Let that sink in for a moment. Which one do you think?
Let that sink in. There is not going to be a FOAMSTARS 2. FOAMSTARS is going to die within the next year. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. You work a rinky-dinky job. Let that sink in. You're not a fucking pro at any fucking game. Let that sink in. You're a fucking bum off the streets. Let that sink in. I'd hit you with the fucking sink and drown your ass in the fucking sink. Let that sink in. Yeah, let that sink in. Let that sink go so far up your ass that it sinks fucking in and it merges with your fucking body, you fucking loser.
Should have been held at a higher standard. I just find it...
You should be held at a higher standard. You're a fucking FOAMSTARS pro, apparently.
Funny because
18 subscribers and only fucking 10 viewers on Twitch does not classify you as a fucking pro. That's what you call mediocrity. But hey, JJ, the fact that you're calling yourself a pro and all these other fucking pros are calling themselves pros with 10 fucking viewers. Like I have 420 plus subscribers. I do not consider myself a pro. I was famous on Battlefront, and I have the stats to prove it, just like you. You're famous on FOAMSTARS. I was famous like that on Battlefront. Battlefront was a bigger game than FOAMSTARS ever was, so technically I'm over you. But you know what? I'm not sitting here saying that I'm a fucking pro. Do I have ninja numbers? No. I'm not a pretender, JJ. You're a fucking pretender. You live in a fucking bubble. And that's gonna pop. And the bubble came from the sink that's gonna fucking sink in.
people are hypocritical and full of shit. Like, don't get me wrong.
I'm not full of shit. You're full of shit. A pro is not 18 subscribers.
People are shitting on the people over there about it, but nowhere near the level that people did with Foam. They aren't boycotting COD. In fact, they'll buy the new game next year. They'll buy the new game next year anyway.
Yeah, and by the way, when people buy that Call of Duty, that's over fucking 30 million copies sold. FOAMSTARS doesn't even have 200 copies sold. Let that sink in.
They aren't even avoiding it like the plague. They're not avoiding it like the plague. They're not mass reporting about it everywhere to make it apparent. So tell me, is it really the AI that has you bitching and being hypocritical? Or do you just not like FOAMSTARS?
I bet an AI has a better chance of becoming a pro than you.
I would honestly respect you more as a person if you were just honest and told me, hey, I just don't like the game after trying it. And didn't sit up here and bullshit yourselves and make up reasons to not even at least try it. I mean, it is free. And why spread a bunch of...
People would rather play a free game like Fortnite or Apex or Warzone than play a free game like FOAMSTARS. People would rather play Fast fucking Penguin than they would FOAMSTARS. When you go to the free-to-play area of fucking PlayStation Store, FOAMSTARS is close to the bottom next to fucking... What's that fucking game? Darwin Project. Let that sink in.
misinformation around, tarnishing its already low reputation. Like if you...
I will continue to tarnish its goddamn low reputation because it is a low reputation. You have to be low to fight low. You have to fight fire with fire. Everything I did it for the Splatoon community. Every Octoling and Inkling living in luxury on Splatoon 2 and 3 who have a guaranteed fucking future on Splatoon 4 while you're gonna fucking drown in that little fucking puddle in the fucking sink and let that sink in, motherfucker.
Just don't like it and could give me a natural reason and a good one at that.
I gave you natural reasons. Everything I ever fucking preached about came fucking true. But you're too fucking stupid to realize it because you're farting in that jar and you're smelling the fart and then you're washing your face with the fucking sink and let that fucking sink in.
As to why, then fair enough. But not even half of you can even justify any of this. And give me a
Half of them couldn't justify it, but I did because everything I ever said came true.
good reason / counter argument. This is not even justifiable.
You won't even give me a counter argument. I offered you, motherfucker, a debate. You and me in a fucking debate over FOAMSTARS. You chose to not fucking accept it. That's not a me problem, it's a you problem. So you ranting right now about people dissing on the game and fucking complaining about the game when the number one people doing it is fucking me, but yet you won't fight me in a fucking verbal debate for a fucking collab? You're the fucking hypocrite right now. Let that fucking sink in.
Because if we bend the rules for one game, then we bend the rules for all games.
I don't bend the rules. I make my own rules and then I break the fucking rules and then I get away with it skate fucking free, so go fuck yourself. Let that sink in.
And if I end up being the bad guy for having to call out this bullshit and getting hated by everyone for telling you how it is and calling out stuff that I...
No, I'm the bad guy, not you. Don't even take my thunder. I'm the bad guy of FOAMSTARS, not you. You're some fucking rinky-dink fucking little make-believe pretender fucking pro sitting on his little high horse, smarting smelling his fucking farts in a fucking jar, and then fucking let that sink in with the fucking sink and fucking, yeah, you're drowning in that puddle with FOAMSTARS dying, motherfucker. Don't play games. Let that sink in.
And seeing, then so be it. I will gladly play the role. I usually always am made out to be the bad guy anyway, and at least I have the...
Well, if you want to be the bad guy so much, let's team up and double team these motherfuckers. Let's call a truce and let's trash everybody. We'll be the most hated duo in the history of anything, motherfucker. Let's do it.
Balls to speak up and actually say something when something
You don't even have balls. Your balls are the size of a fucking Tic Tac.
isn't right.
Let that sink in.
Anyway...
Maybe if you fucking dip your balls in the fucking sink with the puddle, maybe your balls will grow.
Moving on, we're getting off track, but I will be speaking more on this.
Yeah, you're right. Let's move on. I'm getting off track here, ranting and raving, and you're ranting and raving, and we're fighting with each other, and you're calling me out, and you're calling other people out, and I'm calling you out, and I'm making a fucking mini-series of your ass, and this is only fucking 4 minutes in, and 4 minutes into your video, and I'm 17 minutes in my video, and you know what? Let that sink in, motherfucker. Go smell your fucking jar of farts.
Some other time. Oh yeah, COD. Oh, you better watch it.
Don't even talk about COD. COD has made more money than you could ever fucking dream of. FOAMSTARS can't even make $20.
You better watch your bag. I've been seeing some of y'all numbers and shit. I've been seeing things.
Yeah, their numbers ain't what they used to be, but it's still 100,000 times better than FOAMSTARS. Like I said, you're sitting there right now on your little couch in that fucking thing. You're smelling your own farts like a fucking idiot, motherfucker. Don't even play games. Let that sink in.
I'm looking so hot over there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, one more thing. The AI situation over there got so bad to the point to where they lost all their voice actors pretty much, and they have to
At least they can afford real voice actors. What does FOAMSTARS have? Homeless people they hired off the streets and gave them $5? It's like, hey, Jimmy, you want a hot dog? Here, act. Oh, the bubbles are so cool. And it's like, yeah, Jimmy got paid $5 for that shit. He got a hot dog and a fucking soda.
They have to recast them all. That's how bad it got. Because they got no protection against that. So they pretty much are all gone. And yeah. That's how bad it got. But it's okay. It's COD. Everything bad they do is going to be swept under the rug and forgotten about not too long after anyway.
You know what was swept under the rug? FOAMSTARS. It's swept under the rug. You know, in 5 years from, in 10 years from now, JJ, no one's gonna even remember that FOAMSTARS existed except for fucking losers like you, losers like Ythonk, losers like fucking Soaboa, losers like Loomy Skies, Loomies like Cherry Positive, all these fucking losers like Pulse, all these fucking wannabe fucking pretender pros. All you are going to remember FOAMSTARS, but you know what's still going to be going? Call of Duty. You know what's still going to be talked about? Call of Duty. You know what's still going to make money? Call of Duty. You know what's going to get 100,000 fucking sequels for the next fucking 20 years? Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Call of Duty. Call of Duty. And you've been farting in that jar so much, I guess you got to do some duty. It's calling right now, motherfucker.
Why bother, right? Let's just bend the rules for one game and not bend the rules for the rest. Yeah.
Maybe you should bend over and fart in the jar. Let that sink in.
That's okay for this game to do it. Oh, it's perfectly okay. Everything bad they do is perfectly okay.
Yeah, everything bad they do is okay on FOAMSTARS because it's flopping. And then you got 10 people who think they're fucking pros getting 10 viewers on Twitch. And 18 fucking subscribers means something in the gaming world. Let that sink in. How's the fart smell in your jar? Hey, what kind of jar is it? Is it a country crock jar? Is it a fucking Jiffy? Jiffy, you know Jiffy peanut butter? What kind of jar is it? Is it a jar where you crossed out Jiffy and wrote FOAMSTARS? Let that sink in.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna we're just gonna bend over and get fucked in the ass and like it.
You like getting fucked in the ass, huh? That's why you're farting so much.
And keep giving them money and keep buying the next game year after year. Yeah, we're perfectly fine with this.
They are perfectly fine. You know how much money it makes? How much did Activision sell for? Billions of dollars. You know, if you really were a FOAMSTARS pro and a pro gamer, you would be making that ninja money. You would have a lot of money. You could probably buy fucking FOAMSTARS. If you were actually a pro like Ninja or fucking Dr. Disrespect or Tim the Tatman, you know, like a real fucking pro at gaming, you could probably buy FOAMSTARS and then you could actually make it what you actually want it to be. But the reality check is, you're not. Let that sink in.
Oh, we're perfectly fine with this, apparently.
I am perfectly fine with this. I'm roasting you for a mini-series. I'm having a blast.
And don't even get me started without Apex and all these other games.
Also makes a lot of money, and it's got a huge player base. Man, these FOAMSTARS fucking people are real fucking delusional, man. They really think their game is something. It matters in the gaming hemisphere. It is such a fucking embarrassment. It's hilarious. It's absolutely funny and amusing. Like these losers like JayJaySavage here, they live in fucking La La Land and they smell their own farts in a fucking jar. Like he thinks he's somebody. He really does. It's fucking pathetic.
Handle their shit, right? That's gonna be a video for another time. You don't have to.
Good. I'll make a sequel to this if you make that video.
All right. You don't have time to fit all this in one video. But
no, I don't have time to fit all this into one video. That's why I turned it into a mini-series.
I will be coming for the 2K, Rainbow, Apex.
Yeah, you have 2K because you can't afford 4K.
And also and in a way, the Splatoon community. And in a way.
Don't even diss on the fucking Splatoon community. Don't even diss. They have a guaranteed future, you don't. They have 15 plus million copies physical sold, you don't. They have more digital sales, you don't. They have millions of players playing it, and if you combine 2 and 3 together as a player base and copies sold, It makes FOAMSTARS look like some homeless guy made it and sold lemonade at a lemonade stand for 25 cents. Don't even talk. They have a guaranteed fucking future. You don't. You're going to be sitting here ranting and raving video after video for nothing. And when the game fucking finally shuts down, you're going to look like a fucking idiot. And then you're going to whine and bitch about it at video after video after video. And then I'm going to make more fucking reactions to you, roasting your ass. And I'm going to keep going and going and going and going and going. And you're going to keep going and going and going and going and going. And I'm going to keep going and going and going and going, and I'm going to get off on it, and I'm going to roast you, and I'm going to have fun, and I'm going to have a blast, and I'm going to get off on it. I'm going to touch myself to it. I'm going to jerk off into that fart jar, and then you're going to fucking drink it and smell it, and then you're going to wash your mouth out with the fucking sink. Let that sink in.
In a way, I will be coming for them. But for a
You couldn't even come for anyone. You're going to come in that fucking jar is what you're going to do.
different reason, though. For the Splatoon community, it'll be for a different reason. It'll be for a different...
Yeah, you know who I fight for? You know who I preach for? Everything I've ever said and done, every match I ever threw, everybody I ever fucking bodied in that game, every fucking video I make, including this one. Do you know who I do it for, JJ? The FOAMSTAR. Sorry, I'm losing my mind here because you're distracting me. The Splatoon community. I do it. I fight. I preach. I do it all for the Octolings and the Inklings living in luxury with a guaranteed future on Splatoon 4. They are culture. They are greatness. They are the best. And you are a rinky-dink knockoff and a rinky-dink little content creator, a speckle of abysmal that nobody even gives a shit about. You're not a fucking pro. You're a pretender. A pro is Tim the Tatman. A pro is Dr. Disrespect. A pro is Ninja. A pro is Cypher PK. A pro is fucking Courage JD. These are fucking pros. All these people, clicks, names, thousands of fucking subscribers, millions of fucking subscribers, thousands of plus viewers in a fucking stream, not 18 subscribers and not 10 fucking viewers in a fucking Twitch stream. Nobody cares you exist. You're not what you think you are. You are a bum off the fucking streets. Let that sink in.
Reason. But, yeah. Just wanted to put that out there. I mean, how does it get so bad to the point to where you lose all your voice actors, pretty much, and are forced to recast them? That's just fucking laughable. Those devs are just so incompetent and can't...
No, the FOAMSTARS community is laughable. You as a pretender fucking pro is laughable. Call of Duty makes a lot of money. They can afford to fire somebody and then hire somebody else. You are the most delusional bubble boy I've ever seen in my life, ranting and raving about Call of Duty. Look at Call of Duty's numbers and statistics. Look at FOAMSTARS. Are you really that stupid, JJ? Do you really think FOAMSTARS is something? Clearly you do. Like clearly you're a fucking idiot. Like, I don't even think you should be working at Burger King. I think you should be fucking volunteering at the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
I do anything right. It's just...
Look at him lose it. Look at him lose it. Look at him lose it. Classic.
Oh, it's just so laughable. Humans
You're laughable.
are interesting creatures, aren't they?
You're an interesting creature. You smell your own farts. I bet if the fucking voice actress of SOA farted in a fucking jar and sold it on Whatnot, you'd spend $1,000 to buy it and smell the farts.
Very, very.
And by the way, one of my old Team Nightmare members, Adios, he sells sinks on eBay. He could hook you up with a free sink. Maybe a discount. Probably not free. You don't deserve a free sink. But probably a discount. Probably better than what you're using, living with your fucking parents.
Interesting creatures. I just find it all laughable and hilarious. This is This is funny as hell to me. This is funny. This is funny to me. I get to sit back and get a free show out of this, pretty much.
I get to sit back and get a free show out of this. I get to sit back and make a fucking mini-series roasting your ass for shits and giggles that I get off on. I could fucking jerk off right now, and I'd have a blast listening to you lose your shit and rant and rave, and then I rant and rave about you, and then I turn it into a fucking mini-series, and it's and it's hilarious, and it's enjoyable, and I'm having a blast doing it because it's fucking funny. You're like an insect compared to me, JJ.
I get a free show out of this, pretty much. I just get to kick back and relax and watch the chaos unfold.
This is turning out better than I could ever expect, to be honest.
This is funny as hell. Anyways, just thought I'd report on that. I'm just saying.
You know I'm having fun when I'm 30 minutes into my own fucking video and he's only 8 minutes in.
I'm just saying. I have my feedback and potential idea videos on the channel.
Oh yeah, your feedback that Square Enix is never going to listen to, by the way.
About this very topic. If you haven't already, go watch them, then come back here. Because what I'm talking about will make more sense. And I go more into detail over there. However, if you're a lazy fuck, as I'm sure most of you probably are, then I'll just...
I'm far from lazy. You don't even tell anyone they're lazy. You're the one that didn't fucking get a job for like 9 months. That's fucking lazy, JJ. And I bet the only reason you got a job is because your parents who you were living with made you get a fucking job. You didn't want to get the job. Let's be real. Your parents made you. You'd rather mooch off them, have them pay your phone bill, have them pay for your food. You're a fucking lazy fuck. You know why? Because you're failing as a content creator. You're failing as a fucking pro. You're not making that pro money. You're not getting donations. You're not making that fucking ad revenue. You're not making anything. So don't even give people shit for being lazy when you're the laziest of them all. You're so lazy that instead of going in another room to fart away from people, you just take a fucking jar and fart into it, and then you smell it so then nobody else smells it. You know, that's your little counter to that. Let that sink in.
Summarize it. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, I mean expanding the lobby area, give us more room to practice or try out each foam star, and for more lobby expression. And to allow us to have a hotel system, since we are at a hotel after all. Yes, I'm still advocating for this, and I still want this. I feel like it would help add on to the game. And I feel that it would not only add to the world building in terms of making it feel more alive, but I also feel it would add to the social aspect, because it wouldn't just be you in the hotel. It would be your friends that you invite, as well as, well, random players from within the server itself. And I know what you're saying. That's a lot of players.
It is a lot of players. It's a lot of players that FOAMSTARS doesn't have. And then they would have to put money into the game to make your little expansion of a fucking hotel like it's Inkopolis for fucking Splatoon. Do you know how stupid that sounds? They're gonna... One, they need a couple more thousand players to make it a reality, which they don't have and they never will get. Two, they have to put money into the game. That's about, I don't know, $1 million to finance, to make all that and implement that and do all that and pay workers and hire workers, you know, because they don't have developers on the game. You think they do, but they actually don't. You know, they have to hire a worker, they have to hire a development team, they have to put the money into that, they have to fucking do all this and do all that, and You know, and then they have to make a profit back. They have to sell it to you. They're not going to put it for free, especially when the game doesn't make a profit. That's a fucking stupid fucking thing to do. Is put it in the game for free when nobody plays or makes a profit off it. Okay, sure. Yeah, you live in that fucking bubble if you think that. So they have to sell it. But only 200 people play this fucking game, so only fucking like 100 people are going to buy it. Let's say if they're lucky, half the player base, 100 people are going to buy it. $10, 100. Come on, that's not a lot of money. That's barely $20,000. That's nothing. Like, what is that? I don't even know the math. I can tell you the math is very small. Yeah, JJ, you dream way too much. In reality, they're not going to put money into it and not make a profit back. You live in La La Land. Enjoy smelling the farts in the fucking jar. Let that sink in.
I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that, my fellow humanoid, okay? So, we have a hotel full of people. Now what? Well, you can customize your own hotel. You can have a nice high-up view of Bath Vegas itself, which I'll also get to that in a bit. Hold your horses. I'm not finished yet.
I will hold the horse. You wanted to be butt fucked earlier. The horse butt fuck you with his horse cock. I'll hold that fucking horse while it butt fucks you with his horse cock. That's a lot of horse cock. Are you sure you want to do it, buddy?
We could have a pool that we could eventually swim in. Now that Breezer's coffee is actually
that pool you're gonna drown in when the game dies.
Interactable and plays a cutscene now.
All right, this is the end of episode 1. Let that sink in.